Hello and welcome back to Authentic Alana and this Try It Tuesday, a space where we can find regulation, connection and awareness. I'm so excited to be with you here today and honoured to be sharing another nervous system regulating activity for you. So today's exercise, I'm so excited to be sharing with you an exercise called SIFTing today. SIFTing comes from Deb Dana and is a way to activate ventral vagal regulation and connection through an experience that you have already had. So for those of you who don't know, the ventral vagal part of our nervous system is a part that helps us feel regulated and connected and meet the demands of the day, moment to moment. You can check out my Thirsty Thursday video of the autonomic nervous system to get an idea or more information about that stuff. But basically when we're doing the SIFT, what we're doing is we're bringing an old experience back to awareness so we can feel it and marinate it in it, and then we can use it as a regulating resource, something to support us to move through the day or through an experience that might feel a little bit more tricky. When we do a SIFT, we tune into the sensations in our body, images, we conjure up the images that we can see, we bring to mind the feelings that we felt, and we also bring to mind and to awareness the thoughts that we have. In a SIFT, we layer together these four elements to bring the experience to life and to bring back that feeling of ventral vagal connection. For anyone who's interested, definitely check out Deb Dana's work. She has lots of books and resources to support you in your understanding of the nervous system and building your awareness. And I have absolutely loved so much of her work, and she's really helped bring the autonomic nervous system to life for me. And I definitely recommend her. And I'm really honored to be sharing this practice of hers with you today. So first, let's jump into an example of a SIFT, and I'm going to use an example of mine. So first of all, we bring to mind an experience that felt connecting, regulating, joyful, happy, any of those things that make you feel good, an experience that makes you feel good. So the experience I'm bringing to mind is an experience from last year when me and my kiddos got up early and we drove down to the basin, which is near our house, and we watched the sunrise together. We all had a nice warm drink, we snuggled in the back of the car, and it was a really beautiful experience. So to start with, what we do is we check in with our sensations. So what sensations do I feel in my body when I had that experience or as I remember that experience? So I felt a wave of warmth and tingling coming over my body, molding together, moving through my body and engulfing me. And a beautiful soft pink radiating out of my heart center. Next, we move to the image that we can see. We might see it in our mind's eye, or we might just remember it. Either way is fine. So as I go through my SIFT, I see an image of us cuddled up in the back of the car with the warm, fluffy blankets on us. I see my kids laying on my chest and my tummy, and I see the water sparkling as the rays of the sun hit it. And I also see the orange and blue of the sky. The next part of our SIFT is checking in with the feelings that we feel. It may have been what we felt in that moment, or it might be what we feel now as we bring this experience to life. So for me, as I went through my SIFT of this experience, the feelings were of love and peace. And finally, we check in with the thoughts. Again, these thoughts can be thoughts right now as we remember the experience, or thoughts we had at the time. My thoughts as I went through my SIFT was, this is what we are: love, peace, and bliss. Finally, once we have the 4 elements of our SIFT, we name our experience. My experience was called family connection. So as I put my SIFT together, you can see it here on the screen next to me. I'm going to read it to you and really marinate in it as I read. Family connection. My 2 kids and I drove to see the sunrise and we snuggled under the blanket. Sensation. A wave of warmth and tingling together, moving up through my body, engulfing me. A beautiful soft pink radiating out of my heart center. Image. I see the picture of us cuddled up, my kids laying on my chest, tummy and legs with a blue fluffy back blanket over us. Seeing the water and speckles of orange and blue in the sky. Feeling. Love and peace. Thoughts. This is what we are. Love, peace, and bliss. Now, let's do this together. Before we start, you may want to grab a pen and a piece of paper so that you can write down your SIFT when you are finished. But if not, that's okay as well. You can simply just enjoy the experience. So firstly, I invite you to bring to mind a ventral vagal experience. An experience that felt connecting, regulating, inspiring, joyful, peaceful, something that lights up your heart. As you remember that experience, I now invite you to drop into your body and notice what sensations are there. They might be strong or dull. Just check in and notice. As you remember this beautiful experience, what do you feel in your body? I'll give you a moment now to write that down if you wish to. Now, I want you to check in with the image you see as you remember this beautiful experience. Maybe you might close your eyes to bring it to life. Notice the colors, what you can see. Notice who's there, what's around you. Bring the image to life in your mind's eye and really sink into it. And if you're writing your SIFT down, I invite you to do so now. Next, as you remember this ventral vagal experience, I invite you to check in with the feelings that are coming up for you. Don't filter, just notice. Generally, the first things that come up are the most important. Notice those feelings, sink into them. And if you wish, write them down on your piece of paper. And now the last element of our SIFT, the thoughts. As you remember this ventral vagal experience, what thoughts come to mind? Allow them to float through your mind's eye, just like clouds passing in the sky. Notice them there, and if you feel called, write them down. Finally, as you bring this ventral vagal experience to life through this SIFT exercise, I invite you to name your experience. Again, don't second guess it. Name it and allow it to be. And if you are writing down your SIFT, feel free to write down your title now. Finally, I invite you to read over your SIFT, the title, the sensations, the images, the feelings and the thoughts. Read over them and allow them to sink into your body and reconnect with that beautiful ventral vagal feeling. Really allow it to fill up your whole body. And that is how we do a SIFT. You can do this anytime, anywhere. You don't actually need to write it down, but as an exercise, I invite you to think of experiences and make up SIFTs. When I first did this exercise, I actually had the idea that I would do this all the time and I would make up little index cards and have a whole box of SIFTs. So when I was struggling or having trouble with some difficult times or difficult emotions, I could go to the box and pull out a SIFT and use that as a regulating resource. I haven't done that yet, but maybe this Try It Tuesday will be the kick up the bottom that I need to do that, because I think it would be a really beautiful idea and a really nourishing way to find some anchors and some regulation in times of struggle. So that's the end of our Try It Tuesday nervous system regulating activity today. Thank you so much for joining me. I would absolutely love to hear your SIFTs. Please chuck them in the comments below. I would absolutely love to marinate in the regulation of your SIFTs as well as my own. Don't forget to check out our previous Try It Tuesdays and tune in for Thirsty Thursday, when we will go a little deeper into the nervous system and the dorsal vagal state of the nervous system. I can't wait to connect with you guys again. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, and don't forget, keep finding those regulating resources and nourishing anchors.